Deuce, D-U-E-X.
Zwei. Welcome to part 2 of our what you're giving to social media companies list.
Yes, 15 ways to give social media companies personal data. We saw this on journalstore.com.
Yeah, and the way they coined that is not saying it in the best way possible.
No.
It's saying, pay attention.
We're giving and they're taking.
What did you get in return? Oh, a like from your friend? I could post my photo? I'll just send it to, I'll go over to Walgreens,
Ego?
get the thing printed out.
Yeah.
Oh, a little ego boost?
Yeah.
Followers?
Yes, yeah.
I don't want leaders. I want followers.
Yeah, and people are basing their whole life off of. I mean, you have people that are, well, one part, you have people that are just living off the platform. Like they're getting millions of dollars just based off the platform. You know, these YouTube influencers or, TikTok now, people are making tons of money off of. So it's crazy. So we went over personal data for the taking, what gets you engaged sales, giving them attitude data, behavioral data easy collected. So we hit those 4. So right now we're going to get into what makes you stick around.
What does make me stick around?
What makes you, and this is a big one, when they have shareholder meetings with the red phone, they're looking at what was time on site.
Yeah. How long did you stand in the H&M store before you walked out?
Mm-hmm.
Don't think they're not registering your face with the cameras when you walk in. They are. They know everything that's going on. They all use that data. They all have interesting ways to see the heat maps in the store, what aisles you were looking at, what you were 5-finger discounting. Yeah,
the Bluetooth, what's the low, I know the name of it, where they have those sensors set up in the stores and then it has that low energy Bluetooth devices.
Yeah,
they have a name for those.
It's the passive RFIDs.
Yeah, and if you had it, like Macys has it really hardcore. So if you have the Macys app on your phone, then in that privacy, once it dings, it knows that you're in Macys. So then that app can serve you up, coupon codes or whatever it may be.
But how long are you there? How do they keep you in there?
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe you're in a section you're like, oh, that's not really what I wanted. You immediately leave. They'd be confused, right? So we have a Dillard's over here.
Mm-hmm.
That's just how I get into the mall. I bomb through it.
Yeah.
At 1,000,000 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And sometimes my problem, I don't know if other people have this problem. Escalators. Which one's the up one? Which one's the down one?
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm always like, I always go for the guess and I'm always wrong.
Yeah, I love on TikTok, they have these videos of these kids that are doing this. It's really funny where they just go up to random people and like just try to put their hand, one's going up, one's going down. So they just put their hand on a person, and just kind of look at them like, and people's reactions are like so funny, especially now with COVID, everything going on, but it's like, like this guy will just touch this girl's arm and just kind of look at her. And then some girls are like flattered and then others are like, there's a creep,
there's a creep,
get out of here.
Yeah. Freaking escalator creeps.
Yeah. So it's really funny, but what makes you stick around? I think when we look at social media sites, they know that if every 4th or 5th post is an ad, and then you're spending 10 minutes, 15 minutes on Instagram, let's say, that gives them more of a chance to serve you more ads. So the odds of you clicking on an ad are there. So their whole idea is to say, how can we keep them on site? I don't want a bunch of new users and then they're on the site for 20 seconds.
We want more interaction because every second they're on there, we can deliver them another ad.
Yes.
Which means more revenue for us.
Yes.
That's all it is.
That's what it's about.
How do we lower that bounce rate and how do we increase time on page?
Yep. That's what it's all about. Next is you're the bullseye.
Bullseye.
So I want to think of it this way. So you've shot bow and arrow before, archery with targets
shooting,
and stuff,
rifles, handguns, anything.
Yeah. So whenever you look at the bullseye, and the whole idea is to take that arrow from that device and be as accurate as possible and hit that bullseye. But I want to take it this. So I want somebody to vision themselves being the bullseye, and there's somebody else shooting an arrow at you. Yeah,
I don't want that.
And as accurate as they can be, that's their whole mindset. Yeah, that's the game.
How do we really laser in on you? Let's look at this metaphor. There's 2 different types of shooting with a bow. There's one where you have a compound bow,
right,
where you physically hold it back and you're aiming through a targeted sight. And then you have like recurve bows.
Right.
They don't have those sights. So it's not really a function of me being precision with a target. It's me just aiming where I want to go and letting it happen. And it's funny. One of them, you are physically lining things up in a material sense. And the other one, it's a little bit more intuitive.
Mm-hmm.
But all these guys are using the compound bow. It's high technology. There's a lot of force behind it. And they really just want to bury into you as much as they can.
fiber optic sites, all that stuff.
Yeah, the works.
So they can put arrow after arrow, and
they can track. They can be like, okay, he's 200 yards away or whatever it might be. You know, that's far with the bow. He's 100 yards away on a long shot. You know, that's what they're doing. And they're like, how accurate can we be on this long shot, putting this person into our sights? If you're like watching an elk go by and someone just like hits that elk on like the Discovery Channel, you know, you're watching like a hunting show. Imagine that's you walking by with your big horns.
Yeah.
You know?
And that social media company
social media company is like, in the sights, you know, and then just let it go.
Yeah, and that's been the problem. That's why they've gotten a lot of heat because of this laser focus, and then not looking at the responsibility of, we've put this person on our site. We've served them up crack or heroin to keep them addicted. And then, what is the intention of what we're serving?
Yeah, we've only put a bullseye on so we can get more meat.
Mm-hmm.
So we can take the thing back to the butcher shop and we can feed off of it for a bit.
Yeah.
But when you're putting that person in the sights, what are you doing for the bull elk?
Yeah.
Was that to the bull elk's benefit? No.
I had this discussion with somebody the other day, so I think this will be a good one, because my libertarian side of me agrees with what happened, but then there's this other part of me with freedom of speech. So I'm caught in this little dilemma. This will be interesting. Everybody knows.
Tell me about
so
this.
So Donald Trump was kicked off of everything, but the big one was Twitter. You know, I mean, that's what he was using basically. You know,
I didn't know this. This is great.
Yeah.
I learned my news from you.
Yeah. So everybody followed suit. Snapchat, YouTube, everybody just kicked Donald Trump off. So he's not on any social media. Facebook, everybody. So one of me is this: Twitter's a private company, so they can do whatever they want.
That's correct.
As a private company. Mm-hmm. So if they want to kick me off, they can kick me off.
Correct.
I mean, and I have no right to say that they should or not. But then there's this whole
is it right for them
freedom
to
of
decide
speech,
whether or not I can speak?
Yeah, there's like this oxymoron, you know, and then the sad part is that it gets into who are they kicking off and who are they not, and how are they allowed to make that decision?
Yeah.
But then as a private company, we can't, you know, I can't turn around and say, okay, Jack.
It's weird.
Yeah.
It's weird.
It's very weird because people are consuming their news and they're getting everything off of that. But my question in this is, if we're the bullseye and we have these people that are serving up bad news, let's say, or just serving up, we're choosing to say, I like this, I like this, I like this, I like this, I like this.
Let me ask you then, is it Twitter's responsibility to filter through information for you? Is it their responsibility? Is it Twitter's responsibility to do research and say this is good information? No. If you signed up to use the platform, it's your responsibility to figure out if something was truthful or not. It's not Twitter.
And Twitter's only going to serve you up. See, that's the thing I get. It's like, and I know this is controversial, but it's only going to serve you up what you're saying you like. Yeah, so at the end of the day, if you're an asshole, and you're getting stupid stuff on there, racism, whatever it may be, you know, idiotic material, and you keep saying you like that, then that's your fault.
You're responsible.
Yeah.
If this boils...
It's not the CEO's fault.
You know what? Don't attack Facebook, don't attack Twitter, don't attack anything else. It all boils down to self-responsibility.
Yes.
Like you like to say, at the end of the day.
Yes.
At the end of the line, okay? When the doors close, it all boils down to self-responsibility. It's no one else's responsibility but you. If you want to receive certain information, okay, your choice. If you don't, that's also your choice. And if you want to receive it and filter through it, that's on you.
Yeah, and it's so funny how people will, you know, I like conspiracy theory stuff. Do I believe it? 90% of them I don't believe it.
Look at my shirt.
I know, yeah.
Clearly aliens.
90% of them I don't. I look at it as kind of like WWE entertainment stuff, you know.
They have this new one that came out, was Phenomenon. I knew 90% of the stuff on it, one, I've already seen before, and two, it's going to be junk. But I still want to watch it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's like, in the other episode, you talked about, like, what's your go-to thing, like McDonald's? Like, that's what I'm going to watch.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
I love that stuff, yeah. So the next one is location.
Okay. This is the crown jewel. I'm doing this to create, like, a mountaintop, like the Zeal. I'm slouching down so I get on the mic because my arm's a little limp here. And
they have medicine for that, bro.
You bet they do. They have like a Viagra for this podcasting arm.
Oh yeah, his people don't realize this. His mic arm it's on its last leg. We have a whole new studio coming in here really soon.
Yeah, coming in soon. The thing's a little beat, and our microphone weighs a metric ton. But location data it's the Zeal. It's the final point of focus. It's the accoutrement, right? So what they want to know is, we have all this information, behaviors, blah, 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 blah. Now we just want to know everywhere you're going. We want to watch you all the damn time. Because if we have that, now we have the best observational data we could ever ask for. But here's another one of the issues. You're watching where I'm going. You don't have a damn clue why I'm going there.
Mm-mm.
Even though I went to the mall and walked through a Dillard's to get over to this Champs that I had no intention of going to and bought a pair of shoes, you tracked my location. So now you're assuming that's my pattern. It's not my pattern. This was a erratic outlier of something I did. This was a splurge, okay? And not really a splurge because I needed a new pair of shoes. But you have no idea why. And here's the thing. You're taking all this location data from people. Let them give you their location. And let them tell you why they went there and did this. Do not just, I've seen there, this bothers me. So much investment capital has gone into analytics companies that have found, backdoor ways to track people's locations. And it's just gross. And like you see all these.
It's creepy.
It's creepy. And all these dudes with PhDs are also a part of it. And it's like, where are your morals? Where's the line stop for you?
Yeah.
And they're like, this is the most granular thing. I can do this sort of analysis.
And then triangulate off of cell towers. And then from there, they know
it's just,
you were with your friend and you went to this and ate lunch here, and so this person, you spent an hour with this person, had lunch here. And so now that person we need to correlate these two people together.
Location's the final straw.
Yeah. Yeah. Location is,
in my
privacy.
mind, location's the final straw. I should be able to go wherever the hell I want to go.
Right.
And if I don't want to tell you where I'm going, then I'm not going to. If I want to
paper straw.
Yeah. If I want to bum around in the woods,
right,
or in the middle of the desert out here, I don't want you to know I'm out there. I want to be left alone. Do not track me. I did not say I could tell you where I was going. I know the government's going to do it anyway with their satellites, but as a private company that wants to serve me up something, no. That's the only way I can say it. Like, no. Like I'm telling my dog, don't eat that on the ground. No.
Yeah, exactly. Next one is, and we'll end on this one. How you interact is telling. And we talked about this kind of, but I like the word interact.
Of course you do. Interaction, yes. Right? It's how cause and effects play off of one another. What you choose to be involved in as that sort of catalyst. And just because we're interacting with it, if I'm interacting at a Champs, doesn't mean I enjoyed the experience. Maybe the cashier sucked. Maybe I don't like interacting in the mall, but I had to go there because that's my only option. These interactions, they say a lot. And they are one of those drivers that sits within cause and effect. And they're trying to get there, but they still have that one last unsolvable. Is the thought process you had that drove you to do these interactions that cause the cause and effects.
So if we don't look at somebody as users, but we look at them as a human.
Oh yeah.
Then the interaction in that consumption should be the most important.
That is phenomenally well put.
Yeah, because the customer experience is what I'm looking for if I'm a Champs. Mm-hmm. So I would want to use TARTLE to ask, okay, we know, because we know you went to Champs.
We know you had an interaction with us.
Yes, we want to know how well we served you. Mm-hmm. How was the cashier? How was the sales associate? How was the product that you purchased?
And outside of our brand, why did you go to our competitor? Why?
Yes.
What caused you to interact with us and then say, no, I'm not purchasing here. I want to go interact with them over here. Were you browsing, or was it some sort of a negative experience that said, I'll pay more to buy it from this person? Mm-hmm. It's the why. That is the thing that has not been solved for so long. It's the biggest missing piece in the growth of big data. And if you're looking for that final puzzle piece that supports the whole jigsaw puzzle that you have, there's only one place to find it. And you can manufacture the data packet to get that piece for your puzzle. Cool. Where do you go to do that? Jason, why don't you tell me? Where do you go to do something like that?
Are you ready, everyone? You go to tartle.co, tartle.co. And it's here on TikTok, we've been getting a lot about the name.
Yep.
You know, now we're getting in, and some people say they've been looking it up, like the name, and then
Good.
and then some people are like, "Wow, I don't like that. That's kind of weird." Or, or then some people are like, "Oh, that's creative." You know, like
Of course, it's creative.
It's gonna be you know, probably a 50-50, I would imagine. I love that people are giving their opinion on it. That's awesome. But one of the things that I think of whenever I see interaction, and this thing says how you interact is telling, and we'll need to close on this. How you interact is telling.
It's telling, but it's not just because you tell something. I mean, I can tell something that's not truthful.
That's where I was going.
Am I wrong?
Yes.
You and I could be sitting here for the past, by the way, this is like, I think our 103rd episode. Hit the C note.
Yeah.
But we could have been lying to you for 100 episodes.
Right.
Oh. Just because it's telling? Because we're interacting with you? Is it truth? I don't know. Find out.
That's where you in your ability, in your free will, and the data that you create to have that assumption. You have to come up with that assumption.
Yeah, and eradicate all the false perspectives of you.
So stop believing all those false perspectives that are out there.
Get you, as a day the champion, grab your sword. Cut down those bad algorithms. Cut them down.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay? Fight for a more unifying future.
Yes, and confuse the algorithm and start liking some stuff that you don't like.
Confuse it. Have a little fun.
Okay, you're far left, like some far right stuff. You're far right, like some far left stuff.
Hey, you may find something you never knew you liked.
Yeah, and that's, I don't want to get into that, but
yeah.
we better go with your alien shirt.
Yeah. Thanks.